Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed us next, stayed for a while and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, we are doing part 2 of my Sephora VIB sale haul. I did have 2 sets of 2 foundations and 2 concealers, a whole lot of cream blushes, and 2 eyeshadow palettes. So I decided to split the try-on of my haul into 2 separate parts. So I'm trying the rest of this new to me makeup and I am oh so excited. So if you want to see what I think about this new makeup, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so I am going to start with the foundation and the concealer. Today I'll be using the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. This came out like 2 years ago. I really do like the component of the foundation. I'm hoping this is a good match. It looks like it might be. I did already prime my face. Ooh, it's pretty liquidy. I used the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filtr. I used the Milk Makeup, the watermelon stick for my T-zone. And I also went ahead and used the Glowy Primer by Rare Beauty. For today, I am going to use a sponge. Since it is a matte foundation, I used a lot of glowy primers. And I figured it would probably apply better with a damp beauty sponge. You guys already know that I like to start off small and then build up. If I start with too much product, I just don't like the way it looks. Okay, so I definitely do feel like this is going to be a good match. This sponge got really big, by the way, and it's very soft. I am really enjoying it. All right, so this is what the foundation is looking like. So I definitely feel like this foundation dries pretty quick, so you gotta be fast at blending it. I don't know if this is a foundation I would use a sponge with. The next time I will definitely use a brush and just use a small amount of product at a time. All right, so for the concealer, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Magic Touch Concealer. I already did a review on this concealer. I'll go ahead and link it down below. I do really enjoy this concealer. I just haven't been able to really utilize it to its full potential because the shade I had was a little bit too dark, a little bit too warm for my taste. That was shade 8. I have shade number 7 right here. I did go in with the Milk Makeup. This is the Grip Eye Primer and I used it to prime my under eyes. So let's go in with the Magic Touch Concealer. Yeah, this is going to be a much better match for sure. That NARS foundation dried very fast. I had to work quick and I didn't work too quick because it was a little hard to blend in some areas. So if you see some patchiness, that's why. I'm going to use a brush for this. This is the Jaclyn JH08 with Morphe. Okay, this is what my skin is looking like, and I definitely see like where it dried super quick. Not too much, but it is there. Next time I think for sure I'm going to use a brush. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I definitely feel it helped that I used very hydrating primers. We did get a cold front here in Texas, so the weather has been cooler and my skin and lips feel very dry. Yeah, this is looking great. That concealer, I told you guys, I already know I like it. I'll link the review of it down below, and I'm so glad that I am much happier with this shade. So All right, guys, I did already set my under eyes. I used my Charlotte Tilbury, and I did use my Cover FX setting powder for my T-zone. Now I'm going to dig into the new Kosas powder that I did purchase through the Sephora VIB sale. This is in the shade Comfy. Now, can you see that? Mine already got hard pan. I don't know why, so I did have to kind of scrape it. Update on this powder. It is a nice powder, but I feel like for my skin, it is more of a finishing powder, or if I'm going to use it to set my foundation, I need to use it only on the perimeters of my face, because I did notice that on my T-zone, using this powder to set it, it got oily throughout the day more than I would like. Now, not disgusting oily, but more than I would enjoy. So just a little update. I like this powder. I do really enjoy it, and it does blur the skin, but wear test for me, my T-zone just got too oily for my liking, but I'm still enjoying it for the outside perimeters of my face. Okay, now it is time for the eyes, but first I wanted to show you what the bronzer looked like. I did go into the Danessa Myricks Balm Contour and the Refi Cream Bronzer, and I put those on. I am really enjoying these. Just like I said in the other video, the Danessa Myricks, for me personally, the tone and everything, it's more of a bronzer than a contour, and that Refi Beauty is gorgeous. I just feel like it's more appropriate for summer because of that reddish undertone, but they are beautiful and they do make me look naturally bronzed. So let's get closer so we can start this eye look. Okay, and you guys already know that for this eyeshadow look, we are going to dip into the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I am so excited. I did already prime my eyes and I used the MAC Paint Pot. All right, now for this eye look. Oh, I don't even know where to start. I'm going to start with crease shade, this one right here. I'm using a Soft Blend 3.0. In case you didn't know, these don't have normal names. They have like where in your lid it belongs. So I'll use this as my transition shade. And I think I'm going to do a halo eye today. I am going to bring this on the lower lash line. Okay, here is this shade. It does feel like it's looking a tiny bit patchy. I think I didn't blend out my primer well enough. Let's jump into blend right here. So I did notice that this palette only has 5 mattes and the rest are shimmers. There's 15 shades in this palette. 5 of them are mattes and the rest are shimmers. Okay, this is a Jaclyn and Morphe JH32, and like I said, I'm going in to blend. And I'm going to use that right in my crease, and also a little bit in the inner corner and the outer corner. So I'm apparently doing a mix of cool tones and warm tones right now. Why not? All right, and this is what the eye is looking like. I feel that looks beautiful. Those two shades together, even though one is more of a cool tone and the other one is more of a warm tone, they're just perfect together. Okay, now we're going to smoke out the inner corner and the outer corner. So we're going to jump into the shade Smoke. I'm using a Morphe M506. And like I said, just the outer corner and the inner corner. I did go in with that second shade all the way on the lower lash line. So I think with this shade, I'm only going to bring it about halfway to right here. Okay, and this is what the eyes are looking like. I'm loving like the taupiness that I'm getting from this eye. I'm going to jump in to this shade right here. It says outer eyelid, but I'm doing whatever I want. So I am going to use my finger. This is going to go all over the lid right in the middle. And don't you worry, we are going to put something else to make it not as dark. pretty. Okay, and now with my index finger, I'm going to jump in to this shade that says Inner Corner. It's more of a like bright shade, and I'm going to tap that right in the middle and then spread it out. Beautiful. Okay, and that is what this beautiful eye look is looking like. Now I am going to jump in to center eyelid right here for the inner corner. I'm using a Morphe brush. It's just a small little precision brush. Hopefully this will pick up the shade. All right, and this is pretty much the eye look. So let me jump off camera and finish this up. All right, guys, eyes are nice and done. I did decide to go for more of a soft glam type of lash. I used these Ardell's 421 style. So as you can tell, they're very wispy, just more of like the natural glam. That same shade that I used in the inner corner, the center eyelid shade, I went ahead and used on my brow bone. But yeah, here is the eye look close up. So let me go ahead and zoom out and we can get into the cream blushes and the lippies, and we should be done with this video. All right, guys, so for today's blush, I do have two of the Rose Ink blushes here. This one is in Fox Love and this one is in Ophelia. Ophelia is more of a pinky tone, and Fox Love is definitely a darker terracotta shade. So I honestly don't even know. I think I'm going to use both of them if I'm being completely honest. So I'm going to use this big Morphe Y5 brush and I'm going to dip into Fox Love. Now I would use my fingers, but honestly there's not too many blushes that I'm okay with using my fingers with. Definitely picking up pigment, and I'm actually going to use this towards the back of my cheeks. Okay, the brush picked it up pretty well. Oh, that is such a beautiful shade, and it's blending out like a dream. It's definitely more of a like natural type of finish. So if you don't like that, I don't think you'll like these blushes. Now I'm going to jump into the Stippling Wet n Wild brush. It doesn't even have a number and it's a very old blush brush. So now we're going to dip into Ophelia. I feel like with cream products, stippling brushes are definitely, at least for me, like they work better. So I'm going to put this in the front. They probably don't even match each other, but honestly I don't care. I just want to use both blushes, you know. Ooh, but that shade is also beautiful and it would have looked perfect with this soft glam eye look that I have going on. Gorgeous. All right, this is what my face is looking like. I only purchased one lip product in my Sephora VIB sale haul, and that was a Makeup by Mario matte lipstick, but I want to use something different since I did already use it for part one of this two-part video. My order from Kristen Audette did come in. The two lipsticks that Mel Thompson collaborated with them came in. I did order them, and she also collaborated and did two lip liners, but I only ordered one of the lip liners. So I do want to test these out today since I don't have another lip product from the Sephora VIB sale haul. I know it's not part of the purchase, but I still really want to try these out. Look at how beautiful she looks in this unicorn. So pretty. So these are what the lipsticks look like. These are the components. They do feel pretty heavy, not too heavy, but they have weight to them, and they are magnetic, which is beautiful. This is in Puffin and it's a beautiful coral shade, which is out of my comfort zone, but I still bought it to test it out. And this one is more of a neutral tone. This is in the shade Beauty, which, hello, that's how she would start her videos. She would say, hey beauties. And the lip liner, this is in Smooches. This is what the lip liner looks like, and it's definitely like a nudie shade. I'm going to test out Puffin first and see how that looks. I don't think I'm going to keep it on because it'll probably clash with everything, but let's go ahead and try on this one, and then I'll probably just wear the nude one for the rest of the video. All right, guys, so you saw Puffin. It is a beautiful, bright, like orange coral shade. I definitely have to wear that with a purpose and make sure not to have too much going on my eye look. It is a beautiful color. It just doesn't go with this eye look. So we're going to jump in to her lip liner. Like I said, this is Smooches and this is Beauty for the lipstick. It's more of a nudie combination, so I feel it's going to go perfect with this eye look. Ooh, super, super soft. Okay, there is the lip liner. It is a gorgeous color and I feel it complements my skin tone very well. Now we're going to jump in to the Beauty lipstick, and like I said, it's like a nudie shade. Okay, so this one compared to Puffin, I want to say this one feels more matte than Puffin. Puffin, once you put it on your lips and the warmth of your lips got into the formula, it felt a tiny bit more creamy. I'm sure it has to do with the nature of the shade, but I definitely don't feel this one as creamy as I did Puffin, but it's a beautiful shade. It's like that perfect nude for my skin tone. All right, guys, this is the full face, and I do love the way my makeup looks. Everything I feel looks absolutely beautiful. So let's go over everything real quick. The NARS Soft Matte Foundation, I actually do feel like it looks very beautiful. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a matte foundation. I do feel like the primers I used underneath it helped out a lot. So I will definitely keep using hydrating and glowy primers underneath this foundation so I can keep enjoying it. And I do feel like I got a pretty good match. Okay, for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer, I did do a review on this and I did really enjoy this concealer upon first impressions. I did keep using it after that, but because the shade was just a tiny bit too dark and I didn't like the undertone because it was a tiny bit too warm, I didn't really use it to its full potential. So now that I have shade number 7 and I do feel like I enjoy this shade a lot more, I am excited to really test it out and see if I truly really do still love it upon first impressions. So I'm excited about that. Okay, real quick for the Kosas powder, I did really get a little sad that it got hard pan so quick. I did mention in the first part of these two videos that it reminded me of the Dior Backstage powder, and the fact that I got hard pan as quick as the Dior one does, that totally just confirms that it reminds me of that powder. It is a beautiful powder, it just doesn't work for my T-zone. I did notice, because I have been testing it out for about a week and a half, that my T-zone did get a little bit more oily than I would like it to get. So I do have to set my T-zone with a translucent setting powder and then use the Kosas powder on the outer perimeters of my face. But I do feel like it's a very beautiful powder and it does a good job, just not in my T-zone. Okay, as far as the bronzers, the Danessa Myricks Balm Contour and the Refi Beauty Cream Bronzer. I love this. It blends beautifully. The tone is actually a very beautiful tone, but not as a contour for me personally. I use this or would use this as a bronzer for sure, not as a contour. And the Refi Beauty Cream Bronzer, I now realize why I didn't get the first shade, and that is because it reminds me a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour that I purchased. It's a little bit on the yellow side. Now, I did see reviews on the Refi Cream Bronzer, and people thought that it was going to look yellow on them, and it didn't. But I didn't want to take that chance, and I remember now why I got the shade Tan. I do feel this is a beautiful contour. It blends out amazing. I love the formula. The shade does have a little bit of a red tone, and I typically don't like that, but like I said in the first video, it reminds me of the Jaclyn Cosmetics bronzer that she came out in the summer. I kept using it and I actually really did enjoy it. Even though it does have the red tone like this one, I enjoyed it. Same thing with this Refi Beauty. The red tone actually makes the bronze look more natural. So I am actually really enjoying it because I have been using it since that first video. Okay, as far as the Natasha Denona Glam palette, this is a beautiful palette and I wouldn't expect any less. If you are a beginner at makeup or don't really know what to do with eye looks, this is probably a good palette for you to start with because it tells you exactly where you need to put every shade. You will create some beautiful eye looks that are soft, or if you want to go more dramatic, you can definitely do that as well. Natasha Denona's formula is iconic. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less. I'm just glad that I now have that in my collection. Okay, as far as the Rose Ink Cream blushes, these are absolutely beautiful. I don't know which one is my favorite yet. I would have to keep using them, but I definitely feel like the Fox Love would get more use out of me right now just because of the seasons we're in, and this terracotta shade seems more fall appropriate, even though they're both beautiful. The formula is gorgeous. It blended out with ease. I do feel like the Ophelia one looks a little more glowy, and I think it's just because of the nature of the shade, but these blushes are up there as far as my favorite cream blushes just from this first impressions. So I will keep using them and keep you guys updated, but as of now, I absolutely love it. Now for the items that were not part of my Sephora VIB So haul, the Kristen Audette lipsticks that Mel Thompson created with them, and the lip liner. There was another lip liner, but I forget why I didn't grab it. It probably was the shade. It might have been like a dark lip liner. I keep trying to buy dark lip liners and see if I wear them, but I don't really wear them, so I think that's why I didn't. Both of these shades are absolutely beautiful. The Puffin shade, I will definitely have to be more mindful of my eye look when I wear that, but the shade is beautiful and it also felt more creamy than the Beauty shade, but I think it's because of the color. Either way, they're both beautiful. This one feels absolutely comfortable on my lips. This combination with a lip liner, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It might be my new favorite. I also really do love the lipstick component. It is magnetic, like I said. The white and the gold looks absolutely beautiful. And like I said, it does have some weight to it, which is nice. I do believe they're still available on the Kristen Audette website, so I will go ahead and link it down below in case you want to check it out. In case you are a fan of Mel Thompson, the main reason I purchased these is because I want to support her family in these hard times, and this is the only way I feel that I can do it. So that is why I purchased it. Okay, well that is pretty much everything from this part 2 of my Sephora VIB So haul try on. And again, I absolutely love everything. Besides the Kosas powder and its small little negatives, I still really enjoy it. But yeah, oh my goodness, that is awesome because this was a $500 haul. I mean, sure, I got the 20% off, which took off the $100, but plus taxes and everything, it still turned out to be like $420 or $430. That is the biggest order I have ever placed at Sephora, and it's very hard to place big orders because you're scared you're not going to enjoy what you ordered, and especially with foundations and picket shades online, that is also very hard. So I'm just glad that I am enjoying everything because it would suck if I didn't. I'm not a person that returns items. I typically give them away to friends or family because when I do return, they just end up in the trash, and that's just more waste for our planet. I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather give it to somebody that I know they will definitely use it. Okay, well that is it. That concludes this video. We are done. All right guys, well I would love it if you gave this video a big ol' thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. I am on the wonderful journey of hopefully reaching 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2021, and you can really help me out by clicking the subscribe button. All right guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.